What is the crack, people? Welcome to my channel and a happy new year to you and a happy new year to your family. I'm kicking off this year with my version of the Big Tasty, and this was big and it definitely was tasty, guys. I made my homemade McDonald's style sauce that I think represents it perfectly, and it all starts with a bit of mayonnaise like this. 2 to 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise going into a bowl, and then we lash in the rest of the ingredients after that. First of all, diced onion, half a diced onion, very fine, and around a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. I'm just going to grate a pickle in here as well, and I'm going to give a dab of yellow mustard, a little bit of juice from the pickles as well, and some finely ground black pepper just to finish it off. And I'm going to give that a nice little mix around, and also I will add a little pinch of sugar and a bit of ketchup for sweetness. Give that a nice little mix around, and the final little hint of saltiness ingredient I'm going to throw in there is Worcestershire sauce. So once you get that in, give it a nice mix around, and that is the sauce done and dusted. And this is unbelievable. Like, you could spread this on a flip-flop and it would taste good. Definitely the best burger sauce I've ever made, and it has that nice smoky distinctive taste. Next up, bacon. Streaky bacon, and I want this to cook flat, so I'm going to lay out my bacon on an oven tray like this and cook it between 2 oven trays in the oven until it looks like this. Nice crispy bacon. And then we're moving on to the next step, lettuce and tomatoes. Now, I own the mandolin, so I'm going to use a mandolin. All the equipment that I use in the video, I'll leave the links in the description, including this cool glove to stop me from cutting myself and to stop me from burning myself. So once I have a nice few finely chopped tomatoes like this, I'll move on to the lettuce. I'm going to chop up the lettuce nice and fine. Now, at the end of this video, I will compare this burger to an actual Big Tasty for reference and see how it turned out, so stay tuned for that. So we're chopping up some lettuce nice and fine. Once the lettuce is chopped up and you're happy, we'll move on to the next step. But first, I'm just going to have a little swig of my wine. Cheers, happy new year. Don't forget to subscribe. And that's my tomatoes and lettuce done. On to the next one, which is the meat, of course, the most important factor to this burger, and it's the simplest factor as well. 20% beef fat. Get it in any supermarket, 400 grams, broken in half and rolled into 2 nice chunky balls like this. Once you're happy with your 2 meatballs, then get out a board, and I'm going to oil up this board to prevent it from sticking with my little oil sprayer here. Don't forget, link in the description for all these things, but you can just pour the oil on and rub it in, of course. And I have a burger press here, which I'm going to oil up as well to help me smash this burger down. Now, what I'm going for here, lads, I want to make the meat at least probably twice as big as the burger bun, because this does shrink down quite a bit, and the last thing you want is a little tiny burger inside your bun. You want the burger to be the same equivalent of the bun or even bigger and spilling out over the sides. So once I squash it down, I'm going to just tuck in the sides like this, make it a bit round, and I'm going to do the same with the other burger. But as you can see here, you can use the buns as reference. Make sure it's much bigger than the buns, squash them down, and this is what you're after here. This is it compared to the size of my hand, so it's quite big, and that's why it's a Big Tasty. We want it big and we want it to be tasty, so we're going to season it with loads of salt and then move on to the next step, which is cooking. Now, my beautiful wife very kindly bought me a Hexclad for Christmas, so this is what I'm cooking in today, and this is the first cook I've done in my new Hexclad, which is cool. So toast off the burger first, both sides. You don't want a soggy bun. Once the burger bun is toasted off, then get the burger in. So once the burger goes in, nice medium to high heat, little bit more seasoning. I do around 5 minutes on each side, and because this is a Hexclad, I can use metal utensils in a Hexclad, which is quite cool. I will do a video on this Hexclad soon to show you how I'm getting on. So once you have flipped the burger, go in with some cheese. I'm using a bit of processed Galti cheese here. The cheese in a Big Tasty is usually white, but I'm using this cheese. So on with the burger sauce onto that toasted bun, little bit of lettuce, on with the burger patty itself, and of course on with the bacon after that. Nice crispy bacon, tomatoes, lettuce, more sauce on the top bun as well. Get that top bun saucy, it'll help stick it all together, and then close it up for business. And this is my version of a Big Tasty with bacon. I hope you enjoyed it. This is how it looked for a finish. It looked absolutely beautiful and it tasted insane. And this is a regular Big Tasty that I got a couple of weeks ago, so I think the job was not that bad. This is the regular one. This is my one. My one tasted great. The regular one came out a bit cold, unfortunately. Had few chips on the side. And all I ask, guys, is like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Good luck.